Need to create a plan in Microsoft Planner? Let me show you how. In the top left corner, click New Plan. It's going to prompt you for a plan name. Let's say we're going to track new hire onboarding tasks. So I'll type in new hire onboarding. Perfect. We'll skip this for a second. I'll tell you what that's all about. Then we can set privacy settings, such as public, where anybody in the organization can see the contents of your plan. Or you can add members to the plan on a case-by-case basis. We'll keep it private for now. I can expand options to type in a group description. Now, frequently asked question, why does it say group and not plan? That's because if you're creating a new plan in Microsoft Planner, you're actually creating a new 365 group by default. That's why it says group description. So how do we create a new group? Just create the new plan. Matter of fact, you can say, you can add a description to this, and then once I create new plan, watch what happens. Wait for it. Perfect. All right, so a board opens up. I have new hire onboarding as the title of that board, and underneath, that will always show the name of the group that this plan is tied to. Over here, I can see that it has a different logo. It's set NH. It's just taking the first letter of the first two words here, and it's creating its kind of own visual logo for this group. I can change this on the SharePoint side to include a new logo or a new icon or logo if I'd like to, but that is how I can tell that this is a brand new group. I got the plan name, and it added a new group called New Hire Onboarding. Additionally, if I head over to the ellipses next to Schedule, go down to Sites. Sites will open up your SharePoint group site you've just created because you've created a plan. Notice I have an entire SharePoint group site where I can add additional members, and every time I add a member here, I'm also adding them to that plan. That is what we mean by a 365 group. If you're creating a new plan, you're creating a new group. Now, let's head back to Planner here. So I'll go back to this plan. Perfect. And let's take a look at what it looks like if we tie it to an existing group. So I'll click New Plan, type in a name. Just for the sake of differentiating the plan name, I'll type in New Hire Orientation. If we add to an existing 365 group, let's say my DTECH public group, notice we don't have privacy options or a group description come up. That's because the group already has the description and privacy options set. So if I create plan here, notice I have New Hire Orientation as the plan name that appears. It's tied to the DTECH group. And notice it inherited the logo or the icon that we set from the public DTECH group. So if you're looking at your left sidebar, anything with that logo indicates that the plan is housed within that existing group. Otherwise, every time you create a new one, it will follow that initial scheme that it creates, such as NH for New Hire Onboarding. That's a plan, that's a totally different group. And E for engineering, which is also a plan, and a totally different group. That's how you create a plan in Planner.